Okay, so here we have the campaign map that we'll be using for the Imagi-Nations campaign. You can see that this is the completed map. This has all of our mountains and hills and forests and rivers. The only thing that's not listed on here are roads, and I'm going to draw those in later on, right before we get started. But I wanted to show you this is pretty artistic. You don't have to do all this. We're going to go through and make our own map in just a little bit, and we can make it a little simpler, but I like to draw, so this is what I did. The roads I haven't drawn in. These are 5-mile hexes, so this is a fairly small area. It is about, well, it's 45 by 28, so what does that work out to? 140 miles north to south and 225 miles east to west. So it's a fairly small area. We have 3 small kingdoms that will be duking it out. Now, the reason I went with these 1/2-inch hexes is because I also have these 15mm cubes, and I can use those to indicate where the armies are on the map. So this will be my strategic map, and I'll be moving armies around during the videos to show you who is going where. I have also started a notebook that I'll be keeping track of things in, and I duplicated this map in the notebook, and then I made some copies of that very same map. So here you can see it's the same area, it's just drawn on a smaller map, and what we'll do is we'll use this to actually draw on when we are plotting out the various campaign turns. So we'll have a whole stack of these, so that'll come in handy. Now, in order to make our own map, we're going to have a big empty sheet of hex paper. You can use regular paper, you can use smaller hex, you can use whatever you want. I happen to have a game store local to me that has a whole bunch of these. Apparently they were going to do some sort of thing with them that never happened, and so now they have a giant stack of these hex papers that they sell cheap. So I bought some. And then we're going to use the system for laying out terrain found in Jim Webster's Hellfire Campaigns book. But essentially, this is the setup. When we draw cards and throw them down, any clubs will be mountains, and you'll gain revenue from the value of the card for mining. Hills will have a population 1/4 of the number on the card, which will be spades. The diamonds will be farmland, which is okay farmland, and the population will be 1/2 of the number shown on the card. And then hearts will be fertile land, and that'll have the full number. Anywhere we get a face card, that will be a city, and the population will be either A, B, C, or D, and that'll be based on ace, king, queen, jack, like so. And we'll use the city sizes out of William Sylvester's book of solo campaigns. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to start drawing cards. We're going to make a 3x3 grid. On the map. All right, so that's interesting. We have some mountains here, we have some mountains here, and then hills, rich farmland all through, and a large city in the center, Class B. That's pretty cool. Over here, we have the lowlands, which I guess are not quite so fertile. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill in across in between And we're going to throw down some more cards. Again, I'm just drawing these at random. Here we have another city. And it looks like we have mountains all through here. That's interesting. We'll want to break that up a little bit. And then we have some hills on this side. So we've got a rich valley running through there. And depending on how we decide to do this, if you wanted to do just two sides, you may decide that that valley is split in half, perhaps this way. And one of your imaginations is here, and another imagination is here. And they're going to be perhaps fighting over something in the center, or perhaps this is the imagination, the full size here, and then you've got another one coming in. But let's go ahead and throw down some more cards. Let's try to work something in the middle here. So, another city. And more flatlands. Ooh, a city in the mountains. And another city. Okay. Well, that looks interesting. Let's go ahead and throw down some more cards. We have rich land over there. And let's go ahead and put a city here. Let's put a flatland here. And then rugged hills here. And then let's impassable there. And more farmland. All right, so now we have 25 cards down. We have quite a bit of rich farmland. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities. So if we wanted to split this up into 2 imaginations, we could do that. And maybe we should switch things around a little bit. Strangely, none of the cities, only one of the cities is on a black card. Let's go ahead and do a switcheroo here. Switch those two around. And that'll put those cities next to each other. I'm trying to split the map in half, or maybe a little bit of an angle. And frankly, this city, you know what, let's do this. Let's put this city here. And then let's put this farmland here, and then this city here. So now we have 2 Class A cities and a Class D on that side, and then we have 2 C's and a B on this side. So points-wise, that would be 4, 8, 9, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So why don't we find another small city? Let's get another jack. And there got to be another red jack in here. Where is he? There we go. And we're going to switch out one of the... All right, let's do this. Let's put this jack of diamonds here. And this jack of hearts there. And that way we now have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points worth of settlements on this side. And we have 4, 8, 9 points of settlements on that side, which is, they have more points but less settlements. Interesting. Okay, and now I think we can draw a line. Mountains. And then we have kind of a mountain pass here. Let's see. That's pretty good. And so what we'll do is we're going to pick up these cards and we'll draw in the terrain and the cities. We'll just sort of sketch those in. So I'm going to go ahead and hit pause here, and we're going to pick up the cards and sketch out the map. Okay, so here I have drawn in with colored markers the card symbols and numbers. So let's go ahead and quickly draw in the hills and mountains. Now, so here we go. Let's go ahead and extend these mountains here. They should probably connect like so. And also we've got mountains up here, but now we have this city here, and this is flatlands, and it's a pale green rather than the dark green, right? So this is hearts. Oh no, they're all hearts. This one is the pale green. So this is the rich flatland. So this should be a valley. And then this is a city in the mountains. It should be on the edge of the mountains, I think. So why don't we do this? Why don't we have this be a mountain range like so? And then this will be at the end of a spur, and that'll be mountains like that. Or we have this loop around. I don't want to cut this one off. That's the thing. But this could be, because this is a diamond, so this isn't very fertile. However, it's fairly populous. It's going to have a population of 3.5. So that's, let's do this. Let's do it this way. And you know what? We're going to make a pass. That's what we'll do. We'll make a pass through there. And then this will be a mountain range that runs like so. And then this will actually be at the end. Yeah. And we'll make a mountain pass here as well. So that's basically the line of the mountains. And so what we'll do is we'll have the mountains will run up next to the hills. We'll just double all of these like so. And we'll draw these in real quick so y'all don't get super bored. We'll make a little spur there. And we'll have more mountains over here. All of these mountains are impassable, so I don't want to put too much on there. And then our hills. The hills will be not impassable. However, they will be interesting. So we'll throw some hills down. These hills. Just do this real quick. I think what's going to happen is while I'm doing this, I'll speed up the video and throw some music down for you. So in the meantime, we'll just do this. Okay, so now what we'll do is I'm just going to draw some quick lines, and we're going to highlight one edge of all the hexes that are medium, or lower fertility, and that will indicate for us where we're at here. It won't get too, hopefully be too obtrusive. That will lay out our terrain. So we have mountains, we have hills, we have the drier areas, which is all through here, and then the plain, that will be the more fertile zones. And I think this nicely will split up our imaginations. And so we can have this corner, the northeast, will be Imagination A, and then the southwest will be Imagination B. And their cities are kind of protected behind this impassable wall of mountains. So this is going to be interesting. This is small. This is big. This one I think is going to get hit hard. So will this one. This one is protecting this pass through here. And then the fertile valley all along there. This area here, I'm going to make this a little bigger. Just to make a little bit more of a demarcation. And then I'm going to add some more hills. All right, and so that'll be our imagination. So didn't take very long. We've set up. We've got a nice color wrap, and if you wanted to make this more detailed, what I did is I actually had sketched out a space on this map. These hexes correspond to these hexes. I broke them out into grids, and so that way I knew which grid was which. That helped space this out. So if you want to, you can do this with a small hex paper and then go back, and if you wanted to get artsy, then you can go ahead and make yourself an artsy looking map like so. And yeah, so there we go. So we are ready to go with our map. All we need to do now is get out Mr. Sylvester's book, and for each of our cities, determine the population and the muster, and then we'll be able to get started and come up with an inciting incident. All right, thanks for watching, and tune in next time when we go over the populations for our settlements.